Hi, guys. It's your favorite financial educator, Kendra knows best. Today, I want to talk to you about getting started with your estate plan. It's very essential for you to have an estate plan and for you to know what's going to happen to your estate in the event of your untimely demise or if you're incapacitated. So, how do you get started with the estate planning process? Step one is you need to take stock of your assets. The first step in estate planning is taking a comprehensive inventory of all of your assets. This includes knowing what kind of real estate holdings you have, your bank account, your retirement savings, your investments, your personal possessions, and any of your business interests. Knowing the value and the locations of each of those assets is very important. You want to know what you have and where it's at. And you also want to have the necessary documentation so that you can not be in a situation where you're not able to, where your things are overlooked, right? You don't want to have your assets being overlooked. And then just having your documentation all together is going to simplify the process, whether you're doing an estate plan yourself or whether you're using a company like mine's to help you with your estate plan. So once you know where everything is at, if you are not going to do it yourself and you want to meet with a financial educator, financial advisor, an attorney service, then you want to sit down and you want to discuss creating your will. What is a will? A will is going to specify how you want your assets distributed after you pass away. It's also going to allow you to name an executor who's going to therefore manage your estate. And it's going to provide a clear plan for dividing your assets amongst your heirs. Without a will, listen carefully. Without a will, probate laws typically determine how your property is divided. Do you want the probate court to determine how your property is divided? And that may not align with your personal preferences. Then you want to establish powers of attorney. A power of attorney, or a POA, grants a trusted person the legal authority to act on your behalf, right? To act on your behalf if you become unable to make decisions for yourself. A financial POA allows someone to handle financial matters, while a healthcare POA designates someone to make medical decisions for you in the event that you are not able to make medical decisions for yourself. I always tell parents, if you have children that are brand new in college or that, are in college or that are young adults, you want to make sure that you are their power of attorney, because especially if you don't live in the same city that they live in, if they live out of state or you live in a different state, having that POA will give you the ability to make decisions on their behalf in the event that they are not able to. For those of you who have elderly parents or aging parents, you want to make sure that you have POA over them, and husbands and wives or spouses should have POA over one another. Then, for those of you who have minor children, you want to assign a guardian for your dependents, right? If you have young children, assigning a guardian is important. And that's a great step to have in your estate planning process, because a guardian is going to make sure that your children or your dependents are cared for by someone you trust, rather than leaving that decision up to the courts. The courts can appoint whomever they deem suitable to raise your children, but that may not be what your needs are or your wishes are. And that person's the way they live their life may not even align with the things that you deem important and necessary. Then you want to review your beneficiaries. Many assets like your life insurance, your retirement account, those things are passed directly to individuals who you list as beneficiary. You want to make sure you update those beneficiaries accordingly, because when you don't have those beneficiaries updated, that can lead to unattended outcomes, such as your assets going to ex-spouses or estranged family members. Then you want to include your medical care documents. Advanced healthcare directives are very important, including a living will and healthcare proxy. Those things could help for you to avoid confusion during medical emergencies. A living will is going to specify the medical treatments you want, while a healthcare proxy designates someone to make decisions on your behalf. I have seen in certain instances where someone else has been designated to be the conservator over somebody who was deemed medically incapacitated. And that conservator that the court appoints is not always going to do what you want to be done. So you want to make sure that you have your medical health care directives all lined up. And then you can designate who you want to take care of you and make those decisions on your behalf if you're not able to. Then you want to establish your trust. There are different types of trust. We'll do a quick um, video about that another time, but I just want you to know having a trust can help protect your assets for your heirs by allowing you to specify how and when the assets are distributed. That is, in a nutshell, the reason why you want to have a trust. Trust is also going to help you to avoid your family members having to go to probate court, keeping your estate private and reducing the potential for legal challenges. So typically when you have that trust, people aren't able to challenge it, doesn't have to go through the probate court process. You want to have an account for estate taxes. If your estate is large enough, it may be subject to federal or state taxes. So planning ahead is going to help you to reduce the tax burden on your heirs. So that's a good thing. You don't want your heirs to be burdened down with taxes in the event of your demise. So strategies such as using the gift tax can help lower the taxable value of your estate. Consult with a tax advisor, consult with your financial advisor, your financial planner, so that you can understand your liabilities and implement tax saving strategies as part of your estate plan. And then you want to plan for long-term care. And all of these things are things that my company can assist you with. You want to make sure that when you're planning for long-term care, you are thinking about what could happen, not what's necessarily going to happen. Planning for long-term care could help preserve your assets and provide for your needs. There are options that include long-term care insurance or a health savings account, also known as a HSA. Long-term care can be expensive, but if you do it right, it will be worth it. And it may not always be expensive, right? But if you did not have a long-term care in place, that's when it gets extremely expensive. And the cost may deplete your estate faster than anticipated. So having a long-term care plan would make things simple, would make things easy, and would take less money out of your pocket. And if you're interested in learning about how long-term care works, of course, your favorite financial educator is eventually going to make a video about that. But I would love to sit down with you one-on-one and share information about how long-term care works. In the end, you always want to consult with a professional. When it's possible to create an estate plan on your own, hey, that's good, but you should always work with professionals. One of the things that we pride ourselves on is that here on our team at World System Builder, we make sure that we are going to set you up with a great estate planning attorney, have that consultation, and they're going to make sure that you are well taken care of. The goal is to help you navigate and help you resolve any of your complex legal and financial issues, and to take care of things before it becomes an issue. I am an expert in financial education. This is what I do. I have a team of experts, and we're here to help you. So I am going to leave my number here on the screen. And if you are interested in learning more about the estate planning process, we have absolutely free consultations. And everything we do is in the interest of helping you. Remember, we're on a national campaign for financial literacy, and it's my goal to educate 30 million families by the year of 2030. And I would love for your family to be one of those families. So when you need help, who do you go to? You go to your favorite financial educator. Kendra knows best. With that being said, I want you to make it a great day. I want you to make it a great week. I want you to have a great month. And I want 2025 to be a great year for you. See you later, and wait for the next video. Bye now.